With the one and only Kerry D. Stevens. Kerry, it's good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
We're coming in tonight. It looks like North Summit, they're coming off a fresh win last night against Enterprise. Very good, tough, contested game. North Summit comes in with a record of 4-1. Beaver also comes in with a record of 4-1. They took care of Duchesne last night.
Was that an upset?
That was not an upset right now. Duchesne is not having as good a year. They've dropped, I think, 3 of their 4 games. So this should be a good contested game tonight. We just got through with the freshman and the JV. Both games very, very physical. Beaver was able to pull away in the freshman game, but the Braves were able to pull over in the JV game. So they split there. We're excited for the varsity game. So far this year, Beaver has played Water Canyon, who they beat, Intermountain Christian, who they won. Their one loss is to Paiute. They took care of North Severe, which was a very, very good game. And then, like I said, they beat Duchesne last night. North Summit comes in beating Wendover, Rockwell. Their one loss is to Union. They beat Juab and Enterprise last night. Both good records. Should be a very good game.
Beaver's usually very well coached as well. I mean, he's been there a while.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
Joe Hillock, I was looking before. He's very good coach. Been there, has 175 wins so far. We're going to pause for the national anthem.
Welcome to North Summit High School for today's athletic contest. We welcome our guests from Beaver High School and wish all players good luck in tonight's game. Both schools are members of the Utah High School Activities Association and support the statewide sponsorship program Raise the Bar. Sportsmanship matters, and we ask for your support in demonstrating respect for the game and all participants by refraining from negative cheers, chants, or behavior. Let's do rowdy right. Our flag presentation tonight is brought to you by Summit Heating and Air, presented by the North Summit Saunas. Please join in the singing of our national anthem.
Another excellent job by the drill team. They do a very good job getting us ready for the game. They're going into their starting lineups. Let's just go over who's starting tonight for the Beaver boys team. We've got number 22, Micah Clough, number 3, Emmett Lurth, number 14, Jaron Webb, number 11, Chevy Ormsby, and number 4, Noah Wolf. The Braves are going to go with number 2, Keston Richens, number 5, Luke Brown, number 11. Number 11, they're going to go with Chase Padfield, number 12, Crew Richens, and number 24, Tate Pace. Kerry, what do you think the game plan for the Braves is tonight?
Well, you know what? This is my first game, so I don't know, but I was a little surprised how well they've done. Losing what they lost last year, I mean, they lost the bulk of their team, and I didn't know for sure how good we were going to be this year. So I'm pleasantly surprised with the wins they've had. Even playing Union like that, you know, that's pretty good. So I'm actually really excited to watch the games.
And if the game was any indication of like the JV game was, it's going to be very, very physical tonight. Beaver coached very well. Their coach instills a lot of toughness in his players, so I expect them to be extremely physical. North Summit, I think, is going to have to try and push the ball and get some momentum early, try and fast break as much as possible. And I think as last night, Enterprise, they really tried to get the ball inside on us. That's where we're lacking a little bit this year. We're not as tall of a team as most of the teams that we're playing. But the Braves did a good job. They hung with them. They gave up a lot of size. They were physical. And even though they scored more in the paint on us, we managed to come away with the win by doing all the other small things.
Right. And I can definitely see that we're smaller. You know, that's the first thing you look at. We're smaller than we were last year. There's no question.
Yep.
Some of these kids, though, you know, I mean, the Greenwood kid, he's a big kid. He plays off the bench, correct?
He does. He comes in. He's kind of a sixth, seventh guy, does a very good job. He really helped us last night against Enterprise.
Yeah, I played with him a little bit. He's long. He is. When he gets after you, he's long.
He is, just like his dad.
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting ready to tip off. One of the nice things about having a game on a Saturday is we get pretty good officials up here for the varsity games that we don't usually get. I'm looking down there, and I recognize all these three from some of the big 5, 6A events, and so it's good to have them up here in North Summit.
It looks like they're going to match up pretty good as far as, they're both not too big.
Yep. Beaver controls the tip. We've got Wolf with the ball on the left-hand side. He passes it over to Lurth. Lurth dribble drives over to Jaron Webb. Ball up tight to Ormsby. Swings it over to Lurth. Lurth for the 3, just off the front end.
Got a wide open look right there.
Keston Richens with the board, pushes it up. Crew Richens manages to grab that pass. Luke Brown with the pull-up, just a little long. Micah Clough bringing the ball up the floor. Pulls up for 3. Again, just off the mark. Good board by Keston, that's second of the night.
We were lucky to get that rebound. Both teams playing man-to-man. And that's what you see mostly is man-to-man almost everywhere, don't you?
Yeah, especially from Beaver over the years.
Yeah.
Their coach loves man-to-man. Tate Pace looking to set up the offense. Hands off to Keston. We've got a high pick and roll over to Crew Richens, who pulls up from the free throw line. Again, just a little long. Board by Clough. He brings it up. Looks like their big guys are accustomed to bringing the ball up the floor. Clough drives right to the hole, gets fouled on his way up.
Yeah, that was a good drive by him. You know, he pulled up last time, didn't he?
He did. He was pulled up for a 3 the play before that. So he's obviously one of their tallest players, and he's going to go inside and outside. That's Tate Pace with his first foul.
And he's one of their leading scorers as well.
He is. He averages about 12 a game. Just off the front end of his first one-on-one here.
Tough to find a basket right now. Both teams.
Both teams.
There's one.
Rolls in the second. That's Clough's first point and our first point of the ball game. Keston's handling the point guard today. It looks like he brings it up, sets up the offense, passes it to Padfield. Over to Brown, over to Keston on the right-hand side, who pulls up from 3. Little long. Ormsby and Padfield both grab the board and get tied up. North Summit possession.
We're getting some good looks. I thought that last shot by Keston was just a little bit rushed, but they're getting some good looks.
Coach Priest always has good out-of-bounds plays. There he is, screen under the basket to Luke. Oh, pass just a little in front of him. The right idea, he was there.
Yeah.
Just a little off on the pass. Looks like North Summit's going to put a little pressure on him in a 50Z right here. A little half-court pressure.
I like this. I like giving teams different looks.
I think that'll be a key for Coach Priest, is to switch that defense up like he did last night. Beaver with good ball movement inside. Number 3, Lurth just misses his layup.
Misses an easy one right there.
True looks to push the pace up the middle of the floor. Gets the assignment, throws it over to Keston on the left-hand side. Up to pace up top, he drives to the hole. Ball stripped by number 11, Ormsby.
A lot of people right there.
Clough penetrates, he's looking to score again. Got the ball up top to Lurth, he dribbles to the right. Hands it off to Wolf. Wolf off the pick and roll, throws it away. Keston with the steal. Lob pass up to Padfield. Pace with the ball, skips it over to Crew Richens for 3. Again, just off the mark. Not much falling, is there?
Right now we got a good soccer game.
Yes, we do. Beaver basketball under the hoop.
Yeah, I like this just a little bit. I don't know how long he'll stay in it, but I like to give the other team something more to think about.
Got Tate Pace leading the 50Z up top. Good long arms. Beaver tries to dribble through it, able to get a foul there. That foul is on number 11, Chase Padfield. That's his first.
2 team fouls on the Braves.
Wolf to inbound the ball.
Will we stay in man almost all night?
I think Coach Priest will probably switch it up. He likes to switch up his defenses to keep them on their toes, and I think that'll help them if they do. Clough with a dangerous pass inside.
That was very well defended.
It was good defense. Jaron Webb tried to go grab it, but it was tipped out of bounds. Wolf throws in the lob up to Clough.
Oh, he lost
control. Short. Brown with the power rebound, throws it to Keston. They're pushing it fast. We got a foul there on Clough coming from behind. That's Beaver's first foul, Clough's first foul.
That was smart by Keston right there. He could help feel him coming, and he just kind of got in his way and drew that foul. Very smart play.
North Summit's running a lot of cutting action right now to keep everybody moving, which I like. Padfield over to Brown, Brown to Richens. Richens back to Brown. They're looking for pace underneath. Dangerous pass, but he pulls it in. Just off the mark. Ormsby with the board. He's pushing it up the right-hand side of the floor for Beaver. Takes it right in. Draws a foul there, it looks like, on number 5, Luke Brown.
Is that we probably don't have a post-up presence like we did last year.
You know, yeah, we don't throw the ball much inside. We rely on a lot of backdoor cutting, Princeton-type offense. Good steal by Keston Richens. Pushes the ball up to Padfield. Padfield back to Richens. Richens sets up their offense. This is one of their cutting offenses that we really like. Looking for a butt cut off Brown right there. He's not there. He swings it to Richens. Back to Keston Richens. There's Tate off the butt cut. He goes right up for the layup.
That's a great play right there. Keston put that ball right where he needed to.
It's nice to see him throw a bounce pass.
Yep. It made that play successful.
Good pressure by the Braves.
Another
the 50Z
steal.
gets to him.
The Braves are doing what they want defensively for sure.
They go back to their same offense here.
I'm not sure.
Not sure what the call there, if it was on one of the Braves.
He signaled an offensive foul, but I think it was just a push on Beaver.
Looks like they gave the foul to number 14
Yeah.
on Beaver,
Yeah.
Jaron Webb.
He came through a screen. He didn't go around it.
Braves look to inbound the ball under their own hoop. For a three-pointer for Tate Pace right there. He's open, just long. Offensive board by Keston. Oh, off the knee of Tate Pace. Beaver picks it up. Webb bringing it down the floor. Hits it over to Lurth. Lurth travels. Left his feet. I think the pressure
got to him.
is getting to Beaver right now. The intensity, the little half-court pressure.
And I don't think he thought he was that far behind the backboard.
Crew Richens penetrates. Is going to get a reach-in foul on number 4, Noah Wolf. The Braves will inbound under their own hoop again. Got a backdoor action. Not there. They kick it out to Tate. Tate looks to set up the offense over to Keston. Keston with pistol action. Puts up the three, just a little long. What a power board by both Jaron Webb and Luke Brown. Tie up. Goes to Beaver.
Is he calling a foul? He ain't calling a foul.
Called a jump ball,
That's
I believe.
what I thought.
Boston Priest has entered the game for Chase Patfield. He's our first sub of the night. The 3:06 mark. Wolf bringing the ball up the floor with Clough. Clough penetrates, gets it over there, back to Wolf. Wolf to Ormsby. Back to Clough. Clough with the pull-up on the left side, long. Lurth with the board. Travel on his way down. You know, that's one thing we're going to have to do tonight, Kerry, is we're going to have to box out and get rebounds. If we let them offensive rebound like that, we may be in some trouble.
And they've already got probably a handful already. And so when you're undersized a little bit, you got to make sure that you got position.
Keston sets up the offense over to Crew. We got a slip screen by Boston. Wasn't there. Tate Pace for three. Long. Offensive board by Keston again. They're fighting for it.
It's a scrum. It's a scrum.
They called a jump ball. I'm not sure anybody ever had possession of that ball, but the ref wanted to stop the physicality. This time the jump goes to the Braves. I think Coach Priest has went through every out-of-bounds play so far. We've had the ball a lot under our hoop.
And we still got a soccer score on our hands, too.
We do. There's the lob to Pace. Great
awesome
play.
Yeah, that was a great play.
I got to be honest, Kerry, when I coached with Coach Priest, that was my inbounds play.
It was?
It was.
Well,
I stole that from the Duke Blue Devils.
You know, it's just as important for that inbounder to throw that perfect like that.
It is.
And Keston did.
He laid a nice pass up there for Tate. And it's nice having somebody like Tate who's so long and athletic. He's able to jump up there.
His cousin dunked it on one of those out-of-bounds plays. Do you remember that?
Yep, I remember when Trey did that.
I was doing that game, and it was actually it was my nephew that threw in the ball, but it was probably one of the most spectacular dunks in North Summit history.
It was. That also was a Duke Blue Devils basketball out-of-bounds play.
It wasn't the same one,
It was not the same one, but it was a similar one we put in from Duke that Tate dunked on. That was awesome.
I hope things don't get out of control here.
It's getting, both teams have been a little sloppy so far. Beaver more so than North Summit, though.
When 14 came across, he was just looking for a foul. He wasn't actually, it wasn't even a basketball play. He was just looking for a foul, and he probably got one.
He did. North Summit, Boston. Crew in the corner, hits the slip screen. Back to Padfield, he penetrates. Hands it off to Boston Priest, back up to Keston Richens at the top. Keston over to Padfield. Looking for Crew off the butt cut, not there. Padfield looks to get the ball. Over to Luke Brown, who penetrates. Goes baseline. Oh, a block shot. Good block by Lurth.
Great defense by the Beaver.
Clough pushing it up the floor, pulls up, uses the glass. That's the lost art in basketball, using that glass. Great shot by Clough.
Or even a pull-up shot, you know.
Yep.
It's either a three or it's inside, but yeah, that was really good basketball.
Crew Richens with the pick and roll screen up to Luke Brown. Good pass in. Brown goes up.
That's
not able to get it through.
Beavers.
Padfield penetrates on the left. Nothing there. Back to Keston. Keston penetrates up the middle, kicks it to Brown. Over to Boston, back to Padfield on the left. We got a pick and roll going. Nope, he rejects it. Padfield drives. Good pass to Boston, who's wide open. Nice. There's another right off the glass.
Yeah, that was a great pass.
Chase right in the air made that decision. Good pass, good shot by Boston.
I don't know if he made that because he wanted to or because he had to.
It was a good decision. Got another foul on the Braves right there. It looks like they're going to give that one to Chase Padfield. That's his second.
That's 5 on the Braves. So, yeah, we're going to shoot.
Yep, with that new rule, once you hit 5 fouls, it's automatic free throws, and then they reset the fouls every quarter. That's brand new this year. I know some people really like it, some don't.
Well, yeah, and to have that at 31 seconds left in the quarter gives the Beaver a good chance to get a little closer here.
And that's, the JV game was similar to this, and Beaver had a lot of chances at the foul line. They just weren't able to connect. Again, they're still struggling there. This is Worth at the free throw line.
1 for 3. Beaver can play defense. I mean, their defense looks good.
Worth misses the second.
1 for 4, but that rebound.
Got a tie up. Boston Priest comes away with it. Up to Keston, who's pushing it fast up the floor. He's going to go coast to coast. Nice. Good play, Keston.
Yeah, he looked that defender off perfectly.
Clough pushes it over to Ormsby. Ormsby penetrates. He goes coast to coast. Oh, just left it a little short. Crew Richards with the rebound. He's pushing it. 5 seconds left. Takes it up. The shot blocked by number 10, Toby, who chipped in.
They're going to get a foul on Beaver right here. Beaver number 10.
That is Dominic Toby. That's his first foul. He just checked into the game. Got a timeout called by Coach Priest. Let's, I'm going to go through some of our gold sponsors real fast. Gold sponsors, we can't do it without any of these guys. We're grateful for them. We've got Accent Flooring, Allied Mechanical, Allworks HVAC and Electrical, Barbie Beef, Bates Land and Livestock, Bat Electric, Big Canyon Homes, Caden Amber Sargent, Castle Rock Construction, Dr. Michael Judy, DDS, Double R Construction, Extreme Excavating and Landscaping, Flair Construction, Glenn and Frankie Brown, Hennifer Valley Storage, ID Electric Company, Genesis Laser and Aesthetics, KO Law, Lancelot Electric, Leo Christensen, DDS. We'll get a few others of those. Back in action, there's 0.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Braves basketball. This is the same play right here that they did to Tate Pace when he dunked it right here.
Yeah.
It's going to go to Tate, or it's going to go to Tate right there on a lob. Just a little long. Excuse me, that was the play they ran to Trey Pace, his cousin, that he dunked on. That's that same play. Tried to do that with Tate there. I think with that little amount on the clock, Beaver knew a lob had to come.
Something was coming.
They were ready for it.
Well, yeah, Braves up 5 going into the, I mean, it's a low-scoring game, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game all night. I don't think one team's going to outrun the other.
If you're Beavers coach, Joe Hollock, what are you looking to do right now?
You know, I think they just got to continue to do it, but they've got to be better handling the ball. They're handling the pressure, and I would tell them to keep hammering the boards because they're getting rebounds. They're getting some shots too. Defense looks good. I think just keep doing what you're doing, but they gotta be able to handle. Too many turnovers in the first quarter for Beaver.
I agree. That's kind of been that was their first quarter, kind of a low quarter for them. They typically score around 50, 60 a night, so they're under, but so are we on our typical scoring.
Right.
But just hard-nosed defense. A lot of turnovers for Beaver, though. I look for their coach to clean some of that up. I would imagine, too, he's probably going to tell them to try and get the ball inside if they can.
Yeah, and they haven't really done too much from 3. I mean, I don't know, has Beaver taken a 3 yet?
Maybe 1 or 2 is all.
North Summit's taken several, but I don't think nobody's hit one.
No, we have not had a three-pointer go in yet. What a steal by Crew Richards. Gets it to, I'm not sure what happened there. 23's checked in for Beaver. That's Jordan Sutherland. Clough with a 3 at the top. There it was, first 3 of the game.
I think that was just Brown didn't realize he could have just grabbed that ball. There was no possession there, so he could have grabbed that. He thought that was going to be backcourt.
Oh, excellent backdoor play.
That's a travel.
Good pass by Tate Pace. Crew Richens with just the missed layup there, just a little long. Great out of timeout play by Coach Priest to come out of the quarter. That was wide open. We're just a little off. Look to inbound it. Backdoor to Crew. He kicks it to Brown for three. There it is. Braves' first three.
Just as I say, we haven't hit threes. Now we've hit two.
Back to back. Luke Brown with the three-pointer. That's
a great pass by Crew right there.
Toby pushes it up to Ormsby up the left-hand side, who drives, blocked from behind by Tate Pace. What a block.
Yeah, I think it's going to be for Beaver all night, how they're going to handle this. And I bet Coach Priest stays in it almost all night until they start doing either beating them or doing better with the pressure.
Ormsby with the ball, hands it over to Sutherland, over to Clough. Clough dribbles up the left, throws it out of bounds. Again, a little pressure there.
Yep.
Miscommunication on Beaver's hand. I'll bet that's at least 4 or 5 turnovers so far.
Yeah.
I'm sure Coach Holock's not too happy about that.
And a turnover like that was just completely not really a forced turnover. That was just a bad mistake.
The Braves look to go back to that backdoor play. Wasn't there this time, but Pace is wide open for three.
And there's the three ball again.
And that's key for North Summit. He was a little off last night. He is not today. He's ready to go. Great shot by Tate. Clough pushes it through the press over to Ormsby in the corner. He penetrates, puts it up short. Might have gotten away with a foul there. Keston Richin going up the right-hand side. Looks to penetrate. He's got nothing. Good defense by Clough. Keston kicks it up to Crew Richins on the left-hand side, who penetrates over to Brown. Back to Keston. Got Boston Priest in the post there. It looks like they're going to set something up. Crew with the handoff. Pick and roll action with Keston and Luke. Keston for three.
That's a long shot, but
Clough pulls the board down and brings it up the floor fast. Up to Sutherland. Back to Clough. Sutherland on the left-hand side. Pick and roll. Beaver's working the ball around the perimeter a lot, not getting much inside.
Yeah, they're going to have somebody either go to the basket, create something for somebody else. That was a pretty good pass inside.
What a move by Kohler Laws, who checked in the game at the quarter, number 21. Gets the and one bucket there.
Yeah, he got his loose ball back, and Braves weren't ready for what he was going to do right there.
They gave that foul to number 2, Keston Richins, his first team foul of the second quarter. You got Laws at the free throw line shooting 1.
Can they see the score? Or do we need to tell them to score from time?
They can see the score, yeah. Laws with the missed free throw. That's 1 for 5 now for Beaver. That could come back. The Braves getting in their pick and roll offense. I really like this offense. Tate Pace drives to the hole off the screen and roll and hits it.
He just said, I'm going to take this. He forced his way in there. Great shot.
Ormsby penetrates. Good move. Just a little hard on the layup and misses it. Keston Richins with the outlet.
He went left. Good for him. Most of them can't go left like that unless he is left.
Padfield for 3. Boom! Another 3 by Chase Padfield.
Timeout, Beaver.
Coach Hillock with the timeout. It's now 19-8, an 11-point lead. The Braves have kind of broken out. You know, they got to a little stalemate at the end of the first quarter last night. Coach Priest switched to this pick and roll offense, and that's what opened things up for the Braves.
Yeah,
Enterprise.
I mean, and you know me, I love the 3 ball. I mean, you got to be able to hit it consistently though. But when you get good looks like that, and you have the confidence of knocking that shot down, eventually you're going to make them.
Exactly. That's one thing I've liked that I've seen from the Braves so far is they're unselfish. They're not caring who's putting the points on the board. You know, right now, all 5 guys in the game have scored. All 5 of them.
Yeah,
on Beaver, if you look at theirs, they've got 1 guy on the floor right now that's scored.
They are definitely playing very good team ball. There's no question.
going to be Beaver basketball. Coach Hillock's made some substitutions. I don't think he's too happy with the way the last 3 or 4 series have went. Wolf bringing the ball up the floor. They set up, that's a patented Coach Hillock double screen at the top of the key. He's done that for years. Good ball movement. Lurth in the corner. Airballs the 3.
I don't think Beaver's got the shooters we do. I mean, just watching them, they don't have the confidence in the 3 ball.
Another pick and roll. Going to throw to the left. Here's another second pick and roll. Nothing there. Luke Brown looking inside, back to Tate. He sets the pick. The roll's there. Tate penetrates. Good shot.
Yeah.
And one. Great take by Tate Pace.
He was going to shoot that 3. In fact, I thought he was going to shoot it, and so did Beaver, and that's why he got so deep.
You know, and that's the nice thing, because Tate has been on the entire year from the three-point line. He did struggle last night. However, you know, when you're struggling with your 3, what's the best thing to do? Go to the basket.
Absolutely.
And there he is. He's done that the last 2 or 3 times, and wouldn't shock me to see his outside game just come right back to him. Crew Richens is checked back in the game for Keston Richens. Tate with the missed free throw. Ormsby with the rebound. Brings it up the right-hand side. Over to Clough, who's checked back in. Got the ball over to Wolf. Wolf passes it to Lurth at the top of the key. Over to Sutherland. Skip pass to Wolf. Over to Ormsby in the corner for 3. It's short. Good board, offensive board by Clough. Gets it out to Sutherland. Back to Clough in the corner. He looks to penetrate baseline. Good spin move.
Wow.
Just off the backboard. Ormsby blocked by Tate Pace on the rebound. Tate gets it over here to Padfield, who looks to set up the offense. I think they're back to their cutting offense. Coach Priest has switched things up to keep them on their toes. Tate Pace with the ball. Pulls up for 3. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
He's feeling it now.
That's Tate's 14th point already in the first half. He is on fire right now.
He's got a beautiful shot.
Sutherland with the ball up top, over to Ormsby. Ormsby back to Wolf. They're doing a lot of passing around the key. Oh, there they go. Inside to Lurth, gets it over to Clough, who loses it off. It looks like it goes off Crew Richens. It's going to be Beaver ball under their hoop.
And I said nobody was going to, pull away here. And now we're up 16 points. And that's 3-point shooting for you,
That's made all the difference.
Yeah, if it's there, the other team has to either keep up or this is what happens.
Didn't have one in the first quarter, and it looks like we've got probably 4 or 5 now in the second quarter. Sutherland looks to penetrate, skips it over to Lurth. Lurth drives, loses it on his way off his foot. North Summit Braves ball. Good defense. Looks like Beaver might be a little flustered right now.
Yeah.
Things just not dropping for him.
They're asking for fouls, and maybe they're getting fouled, but you just got to play.
Look to get the ball to Tate on the left. He's up there. Luke Brown comes and sets the high screen. Tate penetrates. Looks to hit the back door on Padfield. There's a pass up to Brown. Good move. Goes behind his back. Gets it back to Crew Richens to set up something. Crewed over to Brown. Looks at the butt cup on Padfield. It's Tate Pace up top. He looks to penetrate again. Gets fouled going to the basket.
Great move. Once somebody thinks you're going to shoot that 3, it opens a lot of things up for you.
It does, and if I'm Tate, I would continue to go to the basket. They haven't been able to contain him yet.
Yeah, he pump faked on the 3, and that guy bit it. It just give him a big wide lane.
Tate makes the first free throw. The score is 25-8. 2:14 left in the second quarter. Just off on the second free throw. Sutherland brings the ball up the floor. Over back to Clough, a little behind him. Clough looks to get it inside, gets it to Lurth. Lurth with a good layup there. Great play by Beaver.
Yeah, great inlet pass right there. I mean, we tried to steal that, and they got us on that one.
Crew Richens penetrates, kicks it back to Tate Pace for a 3. Little long there. Toby with the board. He's going to push it up the floor. Over to Clough on the right. He pulls up for three. There it is. 5 quick points by Beaver. They bring the score to 25-13. Good answer.
Good look on 22.
Pace penetrates, skips the pass to Chase Padfield. Padfield up back to Pace. Padfield for three, off the back. Ball's going to go off of Beaver. North Summit ball. Good hustle play by Boston Priest. Keston Richens, and we're going to see Isaac Greenwood for the first time tonight. Check in for Luke Brown and Tate Pace.
What are they going to run right here?
They're going to go to the corner right here for Keston. There he is. He's got a three. Go in for him. Oh, just a hair long. Lurth with the board.
I think that is the most out of bounds. That's a travel. That's the most out of bounds run play, period.
Yep.
Girls and boys. You'll see that at least 10 times a game on that baseline.
That basket was by Ormsby. That's his first points of the night. Ball over to Crew Richens, who've got about 45 seconds left. Over to Keston in the corner. Short corner to Greenwood. They're going to give that to North Summit. That was a close call there.
I did think it went off his hip, though.
It did. Oh, they're talking about it. Looks like the officials discussed it. That one of those officials is Brad Matthews. He was Morgan High's old coach a few years ago. Good guy, good coach. North Summit inbounds it to Boston Priest. They're looking for Padfield off the double screen, nothing there. Over to Crew Richens, looks to Coach Priest. They're gonna set up their double screen offense here. Boston sets the screen, Crew drives. Oh, what a pick by Clough. Clough's going full court. What a hustle play by Keston Richens.
Oh, yeah, he went down bad.
Clough looks like he's hurt his knee.
Yeah, that didn't look good. I mean, and I don't even think he stepped on anybody or anything like that. He was just trying to slow down.
Yeah,
he was trying to slow down and let that kid go by, and I think he's
in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Keston Richens,
that's too bad.
I think Keston got his wrist, but that looks like he's holding his knee down there. We hope he's okay. That's one of Beaver's leading scorers, so you hope he's okay. He's one of their best players and probably a pretty key player for Coach Hillock. They're checking on him right now. Go ahead.
It just looked awkward. The way he went down, it just looked awkward because it wasn't because of what Keston did. It was just he stepped wrong or he stepped on something, but it looked bad.
While we're waiting on him, let me read the rest of these gold sponsors for us. We've got Lewis Peak Communications, More Safe Jacks, Michelle Adkins and Terry Diston, Windmere Real Estate, Most Valuable Plumbing and Heating, Napa, White Auto Parts, Peak Medical, Polar King, Primo Builders, R&K Hunting Services, River's Edge Storage, Rouser Construction, Rust and Stone, Samara Chacon LLC, Skycon, Summit Heating and AC, Todd Dearden, Vernon Storage, Wasatch Levitt Insurance Agency, Wildfire Landscaping, Zions Bank, and Zip Rider. Those are our gold sponsors. Our purple sponsors are BJ Reese Enterprises, Colville Health Center in memory of Joe Jenkins, and the white sponsors are JR Environmental Design and A Country Place Blomquist Hotel.
I hope it's just a hyperextension or something like that, but that doesn't look like that, and maybe it is, but he's in a lot of pain.
He's being helped off the court by Coach Hillock right now, and doesn't look like he can put any pressure on that knee. That's a huge loss for this already kind of shortened Beaver team. He's one of their taller players too. Somebody's going to have to step up for him.
I hope that's just something that he can get back from, but that looked bad.
He was having a good game.
Yeah.
Probably got the majority of their points. We've got Webb at the line shooting 2 free throws in place of Clough, who was just helped off the floor. Webb misses the front end of the first free throw.
Yeah, that's killing them right now. I mean, they're
1 of 6, I believe.
1 of 6.
able to get the second there. The score is 25-16. We hold a 9-point lead, right where we were last night with Enterprise. Got a high pick and roll action with Keston and Boston. He kicks it out to Padfield for three. Little long. Good board by Keston Richens, who puts it in with about 10 seconds left. 27-16.
That was actually tipped by Isaac Greenwood. He's a tall bugger, and he got his hand on that.
He did. Beaver pushing it up the floor, maybe a little out of control. They'd throw it out of bounds. North Summit ball with 2 seconds left. Looks like they're going to throw it deep. Throws it to Padfield, tipped. Oh, he's going to get a good shot. Oh, just off the glass. What a play by Coach Priest and a good pass by Crew Richens, North Summit's quarterback.
Very good. Most of the time you don't even get a look right there, and happened to be they got a really good look.
So North Summit in a similar circumstance as they were last night. They've got an 11-point lead, 27-16. Good first half. It looks like we've got North Summit's drill team assigned us to take the floor. We're going to turn it over to them for a little bit.
This is a good dance. I watched it. Yeah, they did it on the girls the other night. Very good dance.
Buzz Lightyear dance.
Buzz Lightyear dance. Really good.
We'll turn it over to them for halftime.
And now for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the North Summit Saunas. They will be performing their competition show routine of Buzz Lightyear. We'd like to thank all of
How
our
much
great,
you need?
all of our
100?
great sponsors
He needs
and
100.
for all that they do for the program. Our white sponsors are JR Environmental Designs, the Country Place Monquez Motel. Our purple sponsors, PJ Reed Enterprises, Colville Health Center, in memory of Joe Jenkins. And our gold sponsors, Accent Flooring, Allied Mechanical, Allworks HVAC and Electrical, Bar Beef, Bates Land and Livestock, Pat Electric, Big Canyon Homes, Kate and Amber Sargent, Castle Rock Communications, Dr. Michael Judy DPS, Double R Construction, Extreme Excavating and Landscaping, Flair Construction, Glenn and Frankie Brown, Hennifer Valley Storage, ID Electric Company, Genesis Laser and Aesthetics, KO Law, Lancelot Electric LLC, Leo Christensen BES, Lewis Peak Communications, Moore Safety, Michelle Atkins and Terry Dustin, Whitaker Real Estate. Most valuable woman, Lee Nair. Napa, White Iowa. Peak Medical, Polar King, Primo Builders LLC, R&K Hunting Services, Rivers Edge Storage, Rouser Construction, Rust and Stone, Samara Chacon LLC, Skycon Inc., Summit Heating and AC, Todd Dearden, Vernon Storage, Wasatch Levitt Insurance Agency of Colville, Wildfire Landscaping, Science Bank of Colville, and Zip Rider. Thank you again to all of our sponsors.
I think we could be sneaky good this year. I don't know if we'll be good enough to beat Canab.
Well, there's, I do think some teams just play together better, and I think these guys will play together.
The sad thing is, I think if they had played take pace last year, just had them on the floor to shoot threes, they probably would have been close to winning it. We're 2 ways down. Beaver's not very good. The Enterprise isn't very good. The only other team that's usually decent is Duchesne, and they're awful this year.
What about South Summit Race second? Oh, they're back in our region. I forgot about that.
They're ranked second.
They'll be decent, but didn't we kill them last year?
They didn't do it yet.
Canab is the big threat, in my opinion.
They're going to have to get bigger. We're going to run into some, I don't know, maybe we won't run into anybody big. But they're going to have to get three. I played them. You know what? It's there, but it's just young.
If I'm playing us, I'm wasting the shot clock as much as possible to limit us running, and I would pound the ball inside like Henry Weston does. They just couldn't. They couldn't stop us. They would have stopped us if it was a tight game. But they probably had all 90% of their points for layups in the game. High post, yeah. Sally like All right, Braves fans, we're back. Got about 2 minutes left to halftime here. Again, the score is 27-16. Kerry, what do you think, Coach Hillock right now? They're down by 11. You've just lost probably your best player in Clough. We hope he's okay. What's your game plan going forward?
They're going to have to defend the three, and that's just going to open North Summit up, for some other things they want to do. But if they don't defend the three, it's going to be out of – and we keep shooting the ball somewhat decent, the game's going to be untouchable, So that's the one thing they first have to do. And they got to figure out how to score, and I don't know how they're going to do it, They don't seem like there's a ton of offense on the floor. There's a few guys, that do pretty well. Not a lot of guys looking to even shoot. So they're going to have to find out where to score, how to score the basketball.
Yeah, and losing Clough was just a key piece of their offenses. It's devastating.
And he looked like their, if not their best player, one of their best players. Yeah, when you do that, it takes you out of, it just takes you out of what you're doing.
Yep.
And so now you got to do something different. Well, what is that?
I think they're going to learn a little bit about their team right now and who's going to step up, who's going to fill his shoes. They're going to have to come up with something because the Braves are hot right now. The Braves, our leading scorer right now is Tate Pace. The leading scorer for Beaver was Clough, who's out. I don't think anybody else has more than maybe 2 or 3 points at the very most on Beaver right now.
Beaver might want to come with some pressure and just see what they can do. You know, they haven't done anything. They went man-to-man, and it worked pretty good in the first quarter, but when we started to hit those shots, it fell apart pretty quick. But they might want to do something, you know, speed the game up a little bit and go a full court something, you know.
Yeah.
Take North Summit out of what they're doing.
They obviously need to try something different, and that's I think we'll see. Coach Illock has been at Beaver forever. He's been in these situations. I have no doubt he's come up with something at halftime with his assistants ready to go. Now, if you're the Braves, do you think they need to do more of the same?
Yeah.
Keep pushing the ball?
You know what? I like what they're doing, and it's not a matter of what they're doing. It's just if they keep making good decisions as far as when to shoot, you know, they're getting what they want. And I would keep doing exactly what they're doing. I think they've got some good shooters, and so I would do exactly what they're doing.
You know, and the Braves really are only going about 7 deep in their lineup, but all 7 guys have proven to be scorers when they need to be. They step up. They're good, hard-nosed basketball players. The Braves start with who they started the game with. It looks like Beaver, in place of Clough, has put in number 23, Jordan Sutherland, to take his spot. Braves ball to start the third quarter.
Beaver's just got to keep with it, you know, and just play great defense and see what happens.
Brown with the 3 on the right-hand side, just off the mark. Crew Richens with an offensive board just off the glass. Out of bounds on North Summit, but that's one of those things we talked about earlier is if we can get offensive rebounding, Beaver's in trouble.
Yeah.
Especially where we're the smaller team. The Braves apply pressure again. It looks like just man-to-man pressure. Ormsby with the penetration up the right-hand side. He's blocked by Tate Pace. Tate advances the ball to Crew, who looks up the floor. He sees Keston. Oh, Ormsby with a good save. That would have been 2 points for Keston Richens.
Yeah, he had that covered pretty good. That was probably something we should have kicked back on that, but we get the ball back on the baseline.
It's like they're going to go back to the other side corner for Keston for 3. Nothing there.
Yeah, and that's good. You know, that shot just wasn't there. Just because the play's drawn up for you doesn't mean you have to shoot it.
Exactly. They're back to their cutting offense. Crew with the 3 up top, leaves it short. Wolf with the rebound. He brings it up the floor, looks to penetrate over to Sutherland. Sutherland pulls up a jumper, and it's good.
That was a great shot.
That's his first 2 points. He's the guy that's come in replacing Clough, so good for him to come in and make an impact right away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to do that.
Padfield for 3 answers. Good screen by Tate Pace. Good shot by Chase Padfield. Crew Richens tries to get away with a sneaky steal there, but draws the foul. That is Crew's first foul of the game.
So we're just manning up. Crew's just putting a little pressure on. We're not really in anything, are we?
We're not in a press right now, but we're playing good full court man-to-man pressure. Crew with the pick. Takes it up the right-hand side on a fast break. 2 points. Good steal by Crew Richens. Extends the lead 32-18 with 6 minutes, 6.5 left in the third.
It's a one-man press.
It is, and Crew does not stop. He will hound you all game long. Sutherland with a little pressure by Brown. Dribbles out of it, kicks it back up to Ormsby. Ormsby's got some big shoes to fill. He's their other leading scorer. Sutherland for 3.
Got it.
Good answer.
And that was a bad defense. Somebody missed their responsibility there. They switched and
some miscommunication.
Both of them went with the same guy.
Crew sets up the offense over to Keston Richens on the left-hand side. Got a buck cut from Brown over to Tate Pace at the top. He pulls up. Just a little short. Good board by Wolf. He looks to push the pace. Going up the right-hand side. Little bump. No foul called, though. Gets it to Sutherland, who looks to penetrate over to Webb. Webb for 3. Long. Good box out, but Lurth gets the board and puts it back in. Good offensive rebound.
Just being a little bit bigger on that. He got that loose ball. Beaver has found some scoring as of late.
they've come out with a little fire. Brown with a good take. Good take. Reverse layup by Luke Brown.
Yeah, that was a great move by Luke.
Ormsby dribbles it up the right-hand side, looks for Lurth. He's not there. Back to Sutherland. Sutherland's looking inside at Webb, but can't get it to him. Swings it over to Ormsby. Off Keston Richens' shoe there. Keston out-hustles him. Looks like it's going to go off Keston, though. Good hustle by Keston.
Yeah.
Keston's one of our 2 seniors, and I talked to him before the game, and he is just such an impressive young man. Good kid. He's tough. I've enjoyed getting to know him. I mean, he is one of my favorite players.
Beaver's they got to see that pressure and get some help back there.
Sutherland on the left-hand side gets a pick from Webb, fires it. Hit the shot clock buzzer. It's off the rim. Luke Brown with the board. Beaver froze there when the clock went off. You don't see that very often.
Well, it looked like a short clock, but you remember there was no possession in the back court right here, so Beaver still had it.
Yep. Crew Richens off the top of the key, 3-pointer.
These guys are not afraid to pull the trigger. And I think that's going to be their game. I really do. I think they've got the shooters.
I do too. You know, there's sometimes you don't like a run and gun team, but these guys do it well. Sutherland with a little pressure, kicked ball by Chase Padfield.
23's playing good. You know, he's came in and he's hit 2 shots.
Yep.
He's kind of running it for him right now.
Now they just put in Raider Blomquist, number 2. He was in the JV game and he was impressive. He was tough and physical. Let's see how he does for Coach Hillock. They get the ball into him on the right-hand side, up to Ormsby. Wolf setting up the offense. Yo-yos to the left, back to Sutherland, who kicks it over to Lurth. Lurth inside to Blomquist. Blomquist reverse over to Wolf for 3, air ball.
That was a great pass.
Good pass from Keston Richens' crew, just a little long on the layup, but pulled down by Brown. That ball went off Beaver. It's going to be North Summit's ball on the baseline there. Boston Priest is going to check in the game for Chase Padfield. Boston, a junior. Chase Padfield's our only other senior. We've only got 2 this year. North Summit looks to set up looks like the play they ran at the end of the second quarter. They're going to throw a lob here maybe. There it is. Oh, little short on the pass. Lurth with the steal. He brings it down the floor. We got a foul from behind on Tate Pace.
Yeah, that pass needs to be right there, you know, and they are looking for it.
And that's the hardest spot to throw the ball in bounds is in the very corner on your baseline. Not a lot you can do there. Ormsby inbounds it to Sutherland, who's taken over for Clough. Kicks it over to Lurth in the corner, who penetrates. He's able to pull up. Oh, just off the rim on the layup.
Great move.
Tate
Just
Pace.
couldn't get it.
Tate brings it up fast. He goes right to the hole. 2 points.
Great drive.
How do you stop that, Gary?
Yeah, you know, he's such a big guy. When he gets going there, it's hard to stop that. And he's only a sophomore, correct?
He is. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got a lot of games left.
Good defensive rebound by Brown. He hands it off to Keston Richens to bring it up. They get the instructions from Coach Priest. Ball goes to Crew on the left. We got a high screen from Brown. Back door to Tate Pace. Oh, Tate just happened to step out of bounds. Good play. I think it was there.
Yeah, that was just some a game of inches.
Yeah, they were able to recover just enough.
Or is that football? I think game of inches is football, isn't it?
It can be.
It wasn't today.
It looks like Toby's chipped in the game for Beaver. Got a handoff off to Sutherland. Gets it up to Toby at the top of the key. Blomquist with the high screen there. Back to Ormsby. Ormsby pulls up for 3. Boom.
He collected his feet, got him straight.
That's only his 5th point of the night, but he's going to have to step up as their other leading scorer with Clough out. Good shot by Ormsby. Tate Pace off the high screen, looks to penetrate. Good footwork. Oh, little short on the layup, but good move by Tate. Lurth pulls it down, extends it up to Blomquist. Kicks it back out to Sutherland.
Beaver's hanging in here.
Down 13, they're not going away. Sutherland penetrates just off the mark. Good board by Keston. Keston penetrates off to Crew Richens for 3. Short off the front end of the iron. Board by Lurth up to Sutherland. We got 2-on-1. Sutherland takes it all the way. Jill leaves it short. However, Beaver's fouled on a second chance there. Foul on Luke Brown. I believe that's his second.
Beaver had a break right there. I think they could have he could have skipped that over and got a better shot. A
little better chance. Sutherland's going to the line for 2. Hits the first, and that's going to be big for them. I think it was 2 for 6 in the first half.
This kid's come in and played really good. You know that? I mean,
that's 6 points for him all here in the third quarter.
And he's had the ball in his hand a lot too.
Sutherland hits both. Looks like he's going to check out the game. They bring Wolf back in.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be out very long.
I don't either. He's had a great third quarter. Looks like there's the pressure you were talking about, Kerry. They're going to full court 2-2-1 press us. The Braves skip pass it to Boston, who hits Crew for a layup. Good.
Maybe they won't do that very often.
I don't know if that'll help them. Good press breaker by the Braves. They were prepared.
I mean, sometimes you just got to see, throw it up against the wall and see if it sticks. And if it doesn't, you got to come out of it. But at least you give somebody else something to think about.
Toby with the spinner is not able to connect. He's blocked. Keston brings it up the floor fast. Sees Boston underneath. Oh, just off his hand. Right idea. It was there. Just off the hands of Boston. Just probably a little too hard of a pass. Led him a little too much.
Yeah, I think Boston was kind of settled right where he was at. He wasn't moving forward, and the pass was in front of him.
Jaron Webb's checked back in the game for Lurth. Wolf brings the ball up the floor. Crew continues to apply the pressure. Almost strips him again.
Yeah.
Blomquist over to Toby.
It's a little pest is what that is.
It is.
I mean, it's
Toby for 3. Short. What a hustle by Boston. Gets on the ground, and then, that's a key thing for the Braves, being physical.
Yeah, and Beaver too, they're not giving, they're not backing down either, so.
Looks like it's Beaver's possession off the jump ball.
28 seconds. We'll see what Beaver does here.
13-point lead for the Braves. Ormsby gets it inside. He's going to get tied up. Jump ball. This one's going to go to the Braves. Good heads-up play by Chase Padfield.
Yeah, he had to call jump or travel, one of the two.
It was one of the two.
There's nothing else he had to do right there. So we'll see what the Braves do with 24 seconds left.
Crew Richens bringing it up the floor. Gets the directions from Coach Priest. They're going to milk this clock here as much as they can. Make sure this is the final shot of the quarter. Crew yo-yoing at the top. He's going to penetrate. He goes all the way. Got fouled on the way up.
Get the call.
And that's tough for anybody to guard. Crew is lightning fast. And when you spread the floor and give him that much room, it's tough to stop.
There was some contact there. I don't know who initiated it, but the ref was kind of in a spot.
In a bind there.
Felt he had to do something, but good move by Crew.
Crew hits the first free throw. That's Crew's 8th point of the night. Again, you look at the scoring right now. Beaver's only maybe got 3 or 4 guys that have scored. North Summit's got 6. So big difference right now. Blomquist pulls down the board. He fires it from half court. Short. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Braves with the lead, 42-28. So not much difference there in the third. We were up, I believe, 12 or 13 at halftime.
Yeah.
And so a little advantage Braves, but not much.
And I didn't expect that. I thought the Braves might pull away a little bit more, and so you got to give credit to Beaver here. That kid that number 23 came in, he made a difference for sure. And I think their other guy, number 11, he did a few things. So not what you would call a blowout. We'll see what happens in the fourth, but if Beavers keeps doing what they're doing, I think this game, I don't know if it's going to get closer, but we'll see what they do here.
And we hope number 22, Micah Clough, is okay.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
have not heard anything about his current condition. It did look like a knee, maybe hyperextended. We hope nothing more serious than that. He had to be helped off the floor and did appear to, he looks like a tough kid, and he was in some pain.
Right, and the thing is it wasn't him coming down on something. It was a stopping motion, and I'm not a knee guy, so I don't know if that's bad or good, but it wasn't like he came up and came down on the knee. It was more of a skid stop type thing, and so we'll see what happens. But
yeah, I'm the same way. I've watched basketball a lot. I wish my wife was here. She understands that. Every time I'm watching with her and we see something like that with the knee, she can usually say, "Oh, it's this," and
right.
I just wasn't able to tell. It looked maybe hyperextended.
Yeah, and I think it was going forward. It was something going forward. This defense right here, my crew. Oh, and he's going to get a foul right there, but it is frustrating when people are just bodying you up so hard right there, and they're faster than you are.
Yep.
That's tough.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, Crew Richens is North Summit's quarterback, and you probably watched him scramble during the football season. The kid is just insanely fast and just can wiggle his way out of anything. Inbounds play, good play over the web.
Yeah.
Easy 2 points.
We were just a little bit late getting there.
42-30, 7:40 left in the fourth. Coach Priest sends the instructions to Crew. High screen from Boston. Tate Pace is one-on-one on the right, penetrates. He got pushed. He's going to go to the line for 2 points. Good penetration.
Tate has got, where if you come up on him and take away that three, he has the ability to go around you, and then he's so big when he gets there, he can do something with it. But yeah, you have to pick your poison there, and I do think the way he shoots threes, I'd crowd that three if I were, I would hope for some help.
Yeah, and that's what Enterprise did to him yesterday, and he did try, and he eventually, I think he hit a three, but he had 16 last night and got him going to the hole.
Yeah, the way he shoots the basketball, it'd be hard not to make him a driver, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Now he had that steal, but that call's going to go
against Keston.
Yeah, he had that.
Tate knew what was coming. We just a little bit of a push foul on Keston before that. Wolf to inbound the ball. Gets it up to Toby. Toby swings it over to Ormsby in the corner. They're looking for Webb underneath. One-on-one. Webb goes up. It's like he is fouled on the way up by Keston.
That he gets great position. He doesn't have a great look or a shot, but he's looking to draw that foul.
Exactly.
And, if you give it to him, he's going to take that.
Now, they actually called that foul on Tate Pace. That's his fourth. Tate's our leading scorer. He's got 18 points right now. So that's Coach Priest has a decision to make. Looks like he's going to put Luke Brown back in for him. I don't know how long you can leave Tate off the floor, though. He's playing really good tonight, but he's going to take a quick breather with his fourth foul.
Yeah, he won't be gone long.
Webb hits both free throws.
And I think they've shot 100% from the free throw line. Maybe missed one.
Yep, ever since the first half.
And, had they hit the 6 they missed in the first half, this would be a different game, or the 5 they missed.
So Beaver's now only down 11. They've tightened things up a little bit. What do you think Coach Priest is telling his boys? Is settle down?
Yeah, I think just play smart, realize where everything's at, what the score is, take good shots. That's what I would be. The one kid came back and sat on the bench. He's down there with ice on his knee.
Well, that's a good sign. He hasn't.
Yeah, they didn't take him. They haven't taken him anywhere, but he is down there with hopefully it was like we said, like a hyperextension or something like that, but he is back. But
that's good news.
Yeah, I would just say, tell the Braves, just settle down, take good shots. You're in control here. Finish the game out, do the little things, box out, rebound, don't turn the ball over. They're going to come back on you, make it really hard on them. Don't make it easy on them.
Exactly, and Beaver's going to come out with that pressure again. They're not going to do it looks like they're more in a full court man-to-man now. instead of their 2-2-1. Nothing there deep. We get the ball into Crew. He blows past Toby, gets it over to Padfield for three. Just short. Good box out by Sutherland. However, it goes off Toby's foot.
And little things like that. Boston just got one little hand on it, and it ended up going off Beaver. You know, just
enough to bother him to get Beaver to get that off his foot. We've got a curl play coming for Keston out the corner for three. Oh, just off the front end. Good look from Keston. That play comes from Kansas. Or excuse me, a team that played Kansas in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago. And that surprised the Kansas Jayhawks for 2 points. That you're starting to see that same play in high school all over.
Yeah, it looked good. It had me a little bit.
It did. It's a double curl, and they hit the first curler coming back a second time.
It's kind of to get you dizzy.
It does.
You look at it too long.
Beaver to inbound under their own hoop. Hits it over to Lurth in the corner. Up to Sutherland. Sutherland to Ormsby. Ormsby penetrates. There's nothing there. Swings it back to Sutherland over to Wolf. Sutherland at the top of the key. Back to Wolf. They're trying to get the ball inside, but the Braves are doing a good job of stopping it. Over to Sutherland for three. He's already hit a couple. Off Webb. Good hustle by Webb. Just goes off his hand. Good box out by Boston there.
The Braves kind of got number 4's number. He's not even looking to shoot that three, you know, and so they're letting him have that, and he's not even looking at it, and so it kind of everybody bunches down inside, and you don't allow that entry pass.
Now, I don't know that I've ever seen that, but they just checked in another number 10.
Tate Pace is back in.
Yeah, Tate Pace is checked back in.
What do you mean they checked in another number 10?
Excuse me, no, that's Toby. He's come back in. They had a number 10 on JV that looked just like him.
You could only have one.
That's what I was wondering. I thought they had two number 10s.
College football, that confuses you because they've got 4 and 4 on offense
and defense. Backdoor play to Boston. It's not there. He's being held by Webb, though.
Webb's very physical. I mean, he's extremely physical, and that's kind of his game, and he does a good job with it.
That's their third team foul, his third foul for Webb. The Braves to inbound. Up to Padfield. They're looking for the inbounder right there. Nothing there. Chase pulls it out. Oh,
that's
tipped
deflected.
Ball by Lurth.
Yeah, we're only up 11. I mean, it's basically this second half it's 0-0 pretty much.
Yeah, they've played us pretty even.
Without the 22. What's his name?
Clough.
Crew
Richens up top over to Padfield. Going to get a screen from Boston. Boston rolls. They're looking nothing over to Crew Richens for three. That's in. What a shot by Chewy. That's his second three of the night. He extends the lead to 14.
That was a great shot. Wide open, good look, good timing, everything. Great steal by Brown.
What defense. He's able to grab all ball there on Webb. Pace drives. He's got a finger roll up top just off the back of the rim. Braves ball underneath.
It's a great shot.
You know, and what defense by Luke Brown back there. I mean, he's given up a ton of size to Webb. Webb goes up, and Luke grabs the ball on his way up and takes it right away.
He blocked him way down low.
It's like they're looking for the Luke Brown underneath. He gets it, spins around, gets it over to Padfield in the corner, who penetrates. He goes all the way to the hole, just off the rim. Boston tips it out. Huge tip by Boston Priest.
That's two for Boston today.
Pace from a corner, from the free throw line, 2 points.
He's going to be tough to stop in the 2A this year, you know.
That's his 20th point of the night.
He's got a lot. And there's that 23 again.
Sutherland checks in, and, man, he answered. We've got a 13-point ball game with 5:08 left. Timeout by Beaver.
Did he start the game?
He didn't.
What year is he? I don't even know what year he is. I can't figure it out. Is he a young player?
He is. Let's look at 23, Jordan Sutherland. He's actually a senior.
Oh, he's a senior.
He's a senior.
Well, he's playing like a senior.
Yeah, he's playing really well. He's the one that, again, filled in for the injured Micah Clough. He has done a fantastic job. He's got 10 points all in the second half. He's kind of been Beaver's answer.
Yeah, and this is typical Beaver. You know, it's hard. They just work hard. They're always physical. I mean, very rarely do you find a Beaver team that's just gonna, you're gonna roll over. And this is a typical. It doesn't seem like they don't have a lot of size, not a lot of speed, but they're hanging in there.
Braves ball underneath Beaver's hoop. They throw a deep pass to Tate. It's there. Tate looking one-on-one here. Gets it back out to Keston. Padfield from the right, wide open lane, takes it right to the hole. No help side defense there. Good look from Chase Padfield.
Yeah, great move.
Sutherland again gets the ball in the corner from Ormsby. Back to Ormsby. He penetrates, gets it up. What a move.
That was a great move.
I would be looking to do that a little more if I'm Ormsby.
Yeah,
that's his 7th point of the
absolutely.
night. Boston Priest back to Tate Pace, who looks to pull up. Keston Richens takes the ball at the top of the key. Kicks it to Padfield. Padfield looks for Tate underneath, nothing. Swings it to Boston, over to Keston Richens. We got a screen for Tate. Tate's going to hit Keston back at the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Keston penetrates. What a move by Keston Richens, 2 points.
He got it in there somehow. He had a small window right there, but he stuck it in there.
Just off the mark from Lurth, but Blomquist puts it back in.
There's that offensive rebound that we talked about.
They're not going away. It's still a 13-point game with 3:50 left. Beaver's got to try and stop the Braves here. Pace with the pull-up. Boom. Another 2 points. 22 now for Tate. Ormsby for the three off the back. Blomquist fighting for it. 5 with the rebound.
Another offensive rebound. So that's what they're doing good right now, with just an offensive rebound. Sticking in there.
That's Taj Blomquist that put Chept into the game and hit that.
He thought he was...
Miscommunication there.
Yeah, he thought Tate was going to back cut that, and Tate was going to cut back out. He just couldn't get there.
Turnover by the Braves. Beavers basketball with 3:15 left, 13-point lead.
Who's 13? Has he been in the game?
13 is Emmett Albrecht. This is his first time in the game.
There's number 11 again driving down, and we didn't see this a lot in the first half, but he's had a couple really good drives here the second half.
He has. He's picked it up for him.
He's got 9 points.
Tate Pace for 3. Just off the front end. Board by Albrecht. Tries to throw it off Keston. Keston gets it. He's fouled.
Yeah.
Keston's going to go to the line for 2.
You don't want to save that. You don't want to save that ball. You need to throw that a long ways out.
You do. You got to. Whenever it's under your own hoop, there, you've got to try and throw that ball somewhere else. Keston's got 6 right now on the night. Goes to the line for 2 points. Hits the first. Crew Richens checks back in the game.
21.
So does number 21, Kohler Laws. He played a little bit in the first half. Came in and gave him some good minutes. He's got 2 points.
If you would have asked me, I would have thought North Summit was going to blow this open. So you got to give Beaver some credit here, losing that guy and still sticking with this. And so they haven't give up at all.
They haven't.
North Summit's been smart, hasn't lost their lead. You know, it hasn't got closer or anything like that. And if they continue to do what they're doing, they're going to be fine.
Timeout by Coach Priest here. Just a couple minutes left in the fourth quarter. I think if you're Beaver, you're going to have to do what you mentioned earlier, and you're going to have to try some full court pressure just to force North Summit into maybe some bad decisions. But North Summit has handled it well so far this game. The pressure has not rattled them at all.
Yeah. And I don't see that happening. I think they can maybe take them out of what they're doing. I don't know if they're going to get a lot of points off it, but I would probably do the same thing, exactly what you're saying. I would throw something at them, try to get them out of what they're doing, and maybe get a turnover. If not, maybe get a missed shot, a rebound.
Yeah, rebounding will be key going down the stretch for Beaver if they hope to have an opportunity.
How tall is Trey Pace?
He's got to be 6'4" or 6'5".
He's that tall, huh?
He
They
is
don't.
tall.
They don't look that tall up here.
He's tall and he's long.
Because the Greenwood kid didn't look that tall either, and I know he's that tall.
He is. We got the patented high double pick and roll that Coach Hillock has run for as many years as he's been for Beaver. Kind of his go-to play. Good strip by Tate Pace. He's going to go coast to coast and lay it in.
Terrible pass right there. That kills you right there. This time of the game, that's the last thing you need is a bad turnover like that.
That might have been the ice right there. They try to inbound the ball. It's tipped by Keston out of bounds.
Here comes Ben Richens.
Ben Richens checks in for the first time in for Boston Priest. Ben's a junior. Looks like a lot of the JV's in for Beaver right now. They're going to pass it over here to Blomqvist. Trying to get the ball inside number 21 Laws, but just some bad passes there.
It's hard to throw an inlet pass on a guy down in the block from almost on the opposite side of the key. That's just a tough angle.
Tate Pace with the high screen and roll with Brown. Looks for him, turns around, shoots the jumper, but short. Davis Carter with the rebound, who's over to Ormsby, who looks to penetrate. Short on his layup. The ball is tied up by Ben Richens and Laws. It's like the possession arrows going to the Braves.
Yeah, I think the Braves have got this. I think
15 points with 1:46 left.
But Beaver is going to put some pressure on and see what happens here.
Inbound deep pass to Brown. Throws it back to Tate Pace at the top.
No, we got all the time in the world right here.
Try and milk that clock.
Yeah.
Crew Richens
We don't
with
need
the ball.
a quick shot.
Penetrates back to Pace. Pace with the pick and roll with Richens. Nothing there.
Good. And he could have took that three right there. Had we needed it, he could have took that, no problem.
Exactly. Keston Richens able to grab the ball back to
Now
Pace for three. Just short, but Crew Richens with another offensive rebound. Manages to get his own steal back and puts it in for two.
He got a turnover and a steal all in the same.
All on.
I mean, within a second.
Yep, with the bucket. Kind of an errant pass there by Carter, trying to get the ball over to Taj Blomqvist, not able to handle it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really like the way they look, and you hit it right on the head. They play well together. They're not too concerned about who's scoring. That's the thing, my takeaway, tonight. Their defense is good. I would hate, when Crew mans somebody up. I mean, that's going to be a pain for whoever that happens to.
It is Crew, and Crew's had a great game tonight. He's got 13 points, almost a quiet 13.
Absolutely, he's hit his shots, but that defense that he puts on somebody, it is annoying if you're getting defended like that. What a great shot by Pace right there, kind of like the cherry on top.
Exactly, that's 26 tonight for Tate Pace. Kicks it over to number 13, Emmett Albrecht. Us off the mark. Laws with the board. Oh, just a little long. Board's pulled down by Tate Pace, and it looks like he's going to dribble the clock out.
North Summit controlled the game. That's what they did mostly. They just controlled the game
from tip-off.
Yep, and that's really, for a young team like that, that's sometimes where they have problems doing. So good for North Summit.
Good win for North Summit. Beaver gave them a heck of a game. We're hoping Beaver's Micah Clough is okay. It looks like he's on the bench. He's doing okay. We're happy if you tuned in tonight. Braves basketball is exciting. They moved to 5-1 on the season, Beaver to 4-2. We look forward to some upcoming games here in December and region play in the new year. It should be exciting for both boys